Admitted pedophile and former Spokane priest Patrick O'Donnell has agreed to pay his victims $5 million, even though he admits he doesn't have the money.
The settlement was confirmed in court today. KXLY4's Erik Loney was at the hearing and joins us live. Erik?
An attorney that represents O'Donnell's victims says today's settlement was mainly a symbolic move, and even though O'Donnell doesn't have that $5 million, they tell us they will try to get it.
Why not make it $100 million?
Steve Barber waited 6 years for his day in court, the day Patrick O'Donnell would have to take the stand and confess to sexually abusing him and others while a priest in Spokane. But that day now will never come. Instead, Barber attended a hearing today that ended his 6-year legal fight.
Try to get him into court just to hold him accountable, and all he has to say is, "Oh, I give up, I'm guilty." There should be more justice than that.
O'Donnell avoided a civil trial that was scheduled for this week by admitting his sins and agreeing to a $5 million settlement with 24 victims.
I'm not excited about it, and honestly, you might as well make it $20 million. I mean, crap, he's not going to pay us anyway. Hell, make it $100 million, make it sound good. No, I'm not happy at all.
O'Donnell's attorney released a statement to KXLY4 today that says Mr. O'Donnell agreed to the amount that was suggested by plaintiff's counsel. He wanted to put an end to this matter and not force the plaintiffs to relive this matter again in a projected 10-day trial. He has previously expressed his apologies to all whom he has harmed, and he continues to live with the reality that he personally cannot undo the harm that was done. If he could satisfy the judgment, he would do so, but he cannot. Last January, O'Donnell was a seasonal employee at a Costco in western Washington and living in a gated community 40 miles north of Seattle. His home is valued at $275,000. The victim's attorneys say they haven't decided if they will force O'Donnell to sell the house. State law would allow him to keep $125,000 of the equity. O'Donnell's retirement accounts are also protected from the settlement. Barber says the money will do little for him.
What do I really want? Well, I want to go back to when I was about 13 years old and hope the thing never really happened to me to start with. And, that'll never happen.
Now, the settlement with O'Donnell is separate from the $48 million settlement with the Spokane Catholic Diocese. In that settlement, 170 victims split just $16 million of the settlement. The rest went to attorneys involved in the case. Now, O'Donnell can never be charged with the crime because it never went to police until after the statute of limitations had passed. Now, victims are trying to change law and remove the statute of limitations, meaning that perpetrators could be held responsible and accountable no matter when their victim comes forward. Reporting live, Erik Loney, KXLY4 HD News.